Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I talk about long hair. I am in a different location. I'm actually in my basement today. This green behind me is a green screen, or rather it's a green wall. We painted it with chroma key green, or the closest approximation that Home Depot had. We're going to be doing some cool stuff, or I'm going to be doing some cool stuff with this background. Probably not for the hair channel. I can't really imagine too much green screen being needed for hair videos, but I figured I'd sit in front of it because it came out really well and I like the neutral background. And I'm sure everybody's tired of my really tilted pictures in most of my videos. I know a lot of people who are very OCD about that sort of thing get really annoyed that my pictures are tilted just slightly. So normally on my channel I give you tips or tricks about hairstyling products, ways to wear your hair, techniques on how to put your hair up, all that sort of stuff. Today I wanted to take a step back. Today I really wanted to just say something that I try to remember in all of my videos, and that is, it's just hair. And I know that sounds really simplistic, and I know that a lot of people know this already, right? We're not curing cancer here. We're not, making any sort of grand statement about things. We're making videos, and you're all watching videos about hair. But sometimes in the comments, I see a lot of guys get really panic-stricken about the way their hair is growing, whether their hair is growing, what having long hair means in the greater world, like whether it's going to actually change people's ideas about acceptance, or if it's going to be accepted by society to have long hair. And I do really want everybody to know that when I'm talking about long hair, I'm talking about wearing your hair long because you want to. This is for better or for worse, this is a style choice. This hair that I am wearing is something that I'm wearing because I've always wanted long hair. I don't have long hair because I ascribe to any particular religion. There are people who do grow their hair, or probably it's better to say they don't cut their hair for religious purposes, and so hair would be very important to them. But I am not wearing it as any sort of political statement, though people have in the past. In America in the 60s, a lot of guys grew out their long hair to protest war, to bring about a new movement of acceptance, etc. That whole hippie idea was definitely something that guys associated with hair. I'm not doing it for that, and most of the guys I know aren't doing it for that. So the reason behind it, it's definitely just for fashion or for looks, or because it looks cool, or because you think it suits you. I think that the long hair that I have suits me very well, and that's why I keep it. So what do I mean when I say it's just hair? Just that. If you are too worried about how it's growing, if it's growing in the right direction, if you're starting out with the right length of hair, if you have a short haircut, how many inches of hair should you have on top in order for the sides to get long? That's all very well and good, but what you should be focusing on is just the fact, one, that you have hair. A lot of people don't, especially a lot of guys, especially guys my age. I'm 48 years old, and having this much hair it's something that a lot of guys my age really do wish they'd had. So there are people out there that can't grow hair, so please keep that in mind while your hair is growing. Two, people aren't paying as much attention to your hair as you are. That is really very important to keep in mind. So when you're really worried during those awkward stages where you think everybody thinks you look crazy, or you look unfashionable, or you just look weird for some reason, most people don't pay much attention to your hair at all. And once they get to know you, your hair is just your hair. Three, your hair will grow. If your hair is growing, your hair is going to grow. And there's very little that you can do, especially on the surface, especially something surface level, to make it stop growing. So stop worrying that your hair has stopped growing, that any products that you're using are going to cause your hair to stop growing, that your hair isn't growing as fast as other people, that you can do things to make your hair grow faster than other people. All of that stuff is just a distraction that you're just not used to having long hair, and you're not used to the growing process. you should really try to enjoy the whole growing process from very short hair to very long hair, because it should be a fashion choice, or it should be something that makes you feel good. And if it doesn't make you feel good while you're growing it, then you're going to be just as distracted while your hair is long. And that's another thing I get, is how will people think of me when I have long hair? And will I have to worry about jobs with long hair? And there are a lot of societal things, but pretty much if you are able to grow long hair and it's not something that's going to keep you from a job, or it's not something that your significant other or spouse is going to say, you better cut that or you're out, or if your parents, if you're living with your parents and you're of an age to stay with your parents, if they tell you to cut your hair, cut your hair. You always have a lot of time to grow it. Anyway, that's all the time I have today. I just really wanted to let people know that this channel is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be informational, but it's not something to be worried about. If you are really, really worried about your hair, I think you're spending a little bit too much time on your hair, and that's coming from a guy who makes a video every single Tuesday about long hair. So maybe just chant this to yourself and say, it's just hair. I'm here every Tuesday talking about long hair. I'll get back to some hair tips and tricks next week. If you'd like to subscribe, you will be notified of any new videos. We do some other things on this channel as well. I have a recipe every week that takes just 3 ingredients, and then on weekends, my cat George talks about having good self-esteem. I really hope you'll join me again. Thanks for stopping by.